Here we are back for
Hello.
round 10. I'm Gabriele from BojukaPod.
I'm Lorenzo, also from BojukaPod.
And now we have some very interesting match. We'll see.
We have a back-to-back player that we already saw in the last round, but we have a new matchup for this weekend. I think because we didn't stream it already. It's Blue-Black Terror in the hand of Giuliano Tambone, and Boros Synthesizer in the end of Vinci that we already saw in the last round. So let's see now if we can get. I don't know if they already started, but they will start in a few minutes. So we are in round 10.
10, yes.
10, yes. Both our players, I think they are. We have a good result. They are at least 9-1 or so. No, 8-1. Sorry. So we will see if anyone can go further and remain with only one loss.
Okay, now we can go to the match. 1 minute, there we're ready. Okay, let's see now if we're ready.
Thank you for your constructive comment.
Okay, we
That's
are
very
ready.
good.
They can start. I will see. Start.
So as we said before, Vinci was here in the streaming area also for in the last round. We'll see now if he can win again against this other blue-based deck. The matchup plays out differently from Ubi Fairies, Ubi Delver, and like Delver slash Terror is like a different matchup, of course. I'm not even sure he's playing Delver of Secrets. Let's check. Otherwise, we will fix the name of the deck as soon as possible. Let's see. Here.
Okay.
I'm checking for the deck list of Giuliano.
Okay. Turn 2, a Novice Inspector. Let's see if there's another play by Vincenzo.
Maybe it's not called Giuliano. What the fuck?
Okay. And another copy of Novice Inspector. You'll see a cycle Lorien revealed.
Let me check if I've got 4 more.
Okay.
Yes, I got.
We only need like 8
Vado a cercare un attimo come si chiama.
He's shuffling his deck. And he found a dual land.
Oh yeah, but we each have 8. Yeah. Okay. You want to play that?
Okay. A dual land, and now Vincenzo attack for 2 damage. Let's see. Let's see if he can hit the third land drop. It's very important in this matchup. It seems like he has a gain land in his hand. Okay. Let's see what. Ooh, nice one. A Relic of Progenitus main deck that's gonna be Spell Pierced. Now it's a key Spell Piercer right here. Okay. Okay, now it was a really nice Spell Pierce on the Relic of Progenitus.
If you want, we can bring back Azorius Glitter, if you don't like Boros. It's huge of that deck.
Actually, Blue-Black Fairies and Blue-Black Terror are different decks and different matchups against Boros, so...
Let's see how it's going right now. Okay, he milled a Snuff Out and Island. Was a really clutch. Relic of Progenitus, Skull Piercing Relic of Progenitus, because that will be a very real big problem for the the blue-black terror player. Now he's counting his instant and sorceries. Now let's see how many terrors or Gurmag there are. There's an island and 1 mana 5/5. Nice. And then he passed the turn with 3 mana up. He cracks a clue at the end of the turn, and he ends up with 4 mana available. Okay. He's checking Giuliano's graveyard. Okay, now.
There are some key spells right in the graveyard right now, like Deep Analysis, and I don't think anything else. I don't see very well, but
Okay. Now, it's nice to see how this matchup can go, because the race by Hurt is blocked by that Tolarian Terror, and now Vincenzo needs to resolve some hair creature, some creature with flying, like a Core Sky Fisher. Now, let's see.
I don't even know if Vincenzo does main deck some copies of Journey to Nowhere, because that is the most efficient answers you can have.
He played 2 copies of Journey to Nowhere main deck. So let's see if he can find one. Okay, now he's thinking about playing another spell in face of 3 blue mana up by Giuliano.
It's interesting to see Giuliano on such a good score, because in our review of the decks to bring to the Paupergeddon, not a review but like a catalog of the various decks you can use in this event, you can bring to this event. We didn't have a high esteem, let's say like that, of the Blue-Black Terror, because we didn't think that it could be a very good choice for the metagame, but Giuliano is proving us wrong, and that's a good thing, because it's very nice to see a deck that doesn't seem so well positioned to actually do well, and maybe do some sort of slalom in some bad matchups, or play well and win also the bad matchups. So we see now that Giuliano put a +1/+ counter and a lifelink counter on his Tolarian Terror, trying to swing to gain some life back.
It's very important to not go too low on life, to be in the range of the 4 Lightning Bolt and 4 Galvanic Blast that Vincenzo is playing. He's playing even 1 copy of Foundry Helix.
Foundry Helix, nice.
Yes, so he has some reach, let's put it in this way. And now he's untapping. He needs to find this copy of Journey, but one thing is to find, the other thing is to resolve, because remember...
you also have to pay the tax for the ward ability, so it's not so easy to do so. If Giuliano didn't put the unexpected Fangs counter on the Terror, Vincenzo could have thought to put some blockers on the battlefield and constantly block the Terror, but now it's not even a doable option, because in order to do that and win the race with your flyers, you have to also bolt your own creatures in order to prevent Giuliano to gain life. So number 1 top priority for Vincenzo is to find this Journey to Nowhere in order to resolve this Terror, or otherwise you can also find makeshift munitions in order to chump block indefinitely this Tolarian Terror, and then shoot upstairs the creature in order to prevent the life gain, and also get some cheap damage on the way.
Okay,
But yeah,
let's.
I don't see like a very good position for.
We see now.
What a meal!
A
He
very,
did it perfectly every time.
yes, yes. With the help of this brainstorm,
Yeah.
you can set it up.
Oh, it was a brainstorm.
Yes, you
Sorry.
can set it up some very good meal effect.
That
And
was
now,
the reason.
yes, and now he is fully packed with counterspell and removal in hand, and this Tolarian Terror is winging for something like 12 because 6 point of damage done and 6 points taken. Now this is what we're talking about, to fizzle the life gain. The Foundry Helix now is countered, but the life gain is fizzled. Now it's a very good play, and
Yeah, otherwise that Found Relics is not going anywhere else because the Tolarian Terror is already a 6/6, so you cannot even think to like double bolt or double burn spell the thing because you have to pay like a
Is this
million
final?
mana.
No, it's round 10.
it's round 10. It's yes. Now to kill the Tolarian Terror with 2 bolts or a galvanic and a bolt, you need 6 mana, and you need the opponent to not have any kind of interaction, and it's something like a very hard task. Now we see a Gurmag Angler. Okay, a Gurmag can be bolted, but I don't know if you want to bolt it right now.
Why
because.
not?
I think that now the main problem is the Tolarian Terror. That the life gain swing is so much important, and it's the key to the matchup. So let's see. If you don't remove Tolarian Terror for Boros, you don't have the actual game plan that can bring you to the victory. To, as we said before, champ the monster from Blueback Terror deck and then get in with the flyers. The life gain denies this plan, so let's see. Okay. Okay, now Core is attacking for 2. Okay, now Vincenzo is thinking about what's gonna be the next play because Giuliano is up with only 1 mana blue, so now he has pretty much the way to resolve pretty everything.
We are now in which turn? Vincenzo turn or?
Yes, we're in Vincenzo turn. Okay, now that's what we were talking about before. 6 mana to remove Tolarian Terror. He's playing 1 mana and paying the ward cost. So this one resolve, and then, okay, he proceeds to kill actually that Terror.
I
and
succeeded in using 6 mana and 2 cards to remove the terror, but that was the top number, like as I said before, top 1 priority to actually try to win this match. So he had done what he had to do. Let's see. Probably Giuliano has some follow-up because he has some cards in hand. So he reveals 2 counterspell and a Tolarian Terror that goes to the bin.
something you don't want to mill in this situation.
Yeah.
Maybe 1 counterspell, yes, so you can put it back with.
But he is playing, yeah, exactly. I was saying, I saw yesterday from his list that he played this card that is Crow from the Cellar. It's a piece of technology that helps you regain back some creatures in case you milled it or your opponent killed them. So. And it has this side effect that can put a 1/1 counter
On a zombie.
on a zombie, and Gurmag Angler conveniently is a zombie. This card also has flashback, so in case you milled it, you can
Yes.
actually use it from your graveyard.
With easy 4 mana. Now we
Yeah,
see
but-
a Lambas by Vincenzo. Let's see if he can find one of the Journey to Nowhere we were talking about before, now he's wings with the Korsky Fisher.
Yes, he must search for Journey to Nowheres or some chump blockers. Like right now, it's not a priority to find a removal instantaneously, but you can take a little bit of damage right now because it's 16 life. But the problem before was like the lifelink, so now it's a little bit more manageable.
Okay, I see in Vincenzo's hand a Korsky Fisher and a Glintok. Let's see if I can decide to resolve one of them, because Giuliano has only 2 blue mana open. Okay, I think he's going to play Glintok. Let's see if this resolves. He's thinking about this Glintok resolving, and then Traveling Inspector. Make another, the second clue.
Yeah, as I was saying, Fraben could help in stand the bleeding a little bit, like against these huge monsters from Giuliano.
Okay,
but the main heavy lifting will be done by the flyers. So
okay, he decided to kill the Glintok and not the core. I think because he was unsapped. Okay, Terror came back from the graveyard to the hand and then to the battlefield. He made a little trip, and then that was a very good second copy of Unexpected Fang, and in the side
Nothing to do.
to concede. Let's see now what we're gonna expect from the Vincenzo side.
So Vincenzo is bringing in 2 Relic of Progenitus.
Yes, he has 2 Relic of Progenitus main deck. We remember in the first game there was a turn 3 Relic of Progenitus, but he doesn't have 2 mana up, and a very nice Spell Pierce by Giuliano Tambone proceed to counter the
Yeah, this
Relic.
was still game 1.
Yes.
Now we will side for game 2, and now Vincenzo is probably bringing like 2 additional Relic of Progenitus, as we were saying, 2 Guardian of the Guild Pact.
Yes, he sideboarded against the Ubi Fairies, so I think that in this case...
I mean, they play a different role, in my opinion, in this matchup, because we were saying before that for Boros, Blue-Black Fairies and Blue-Black Terror are completely different matchups. They play some similar cards like counter spells and removal spells, but the matchup play in a very different way, because the quality of the threats of Blue-Black Terror is very different in respect of Blue-Black Fairies, and different in a way that Boros, in the way that Boros can interact with them. So Guardian of the Guild Pact in the Boros, in the Blue-Black Fairies matchup was like something that could go under the defenses of Blue-Black Fairies. In this case, I think they will be sided in order to block the huge monsters from Terror. And also Vincenzo has access to Red Elemental Blasts that are, of course, very good cards against blue decks, both as removal spells and counter spells for 1 mana. So very efficient card, very good card to bring in the matchup.
We have the list of Giuliano.
We have the list of Giuliano, yes, because... Okay... he's probably bringing in Blue Elemental Blasts, because similarly to what we were saying for Red Elemental Blasts, they are a good and efficient answer for the cards of Vincenzo, especially for Experimental Synthesizer.
Extract a Confession is the edict, right?
Yeah,
okay.
Extract a Confession is the edict effect, the new edict effect.
Yeah. From Murdered Carl of Mana.
Yes. That has Collect Evidence 6, and you can
exile card from your graveyard, right?
Yeah, to kill the creature with the highest attack.
Okay, right.
So
I think
other
that's
than
also
that,
Murmuring Mystic is a
Murmuring
good choice for
Mystic
side-in.
is a good card. Yes, it's a little bit slower, but these matchups tend to go a little bit slower post side, because you had a lot of answers, so the game tends to prolong a little bit. There's Annul, that's a card that you can consider because you can.
You will say the null here?
It depends on how many bad cards I have in the
main deck, okay.
but it's a card I could consider because you can counter some key pieces from the Boros Synth deck, such like the artifacts, synthesizer, Lembas, etc., and also Journey to Nowhere.
Yeah.
So it's a very
Journey to Nowhere.
it's a very good.
I forgot
answer
Journey to Nowhere.
for that.
Yeah.
And there's also Dispel. Dispel is a efficient counterspell for instance. So we can maybe see. Let's see. Maybe Giuliano is showing us what is coming in. I think Dispels some number of Blue Elemental Blasts.
But not all. I think it's only 2.
Maybe it's only 2. You don't want to go overboard with the blasts because okay, they counter some spells, but you just have to upgrade your deck, not to have
This
dead
is one of the
cards.
decks that requires a lot of card in the core of the main to work. So you
I
cannot
also
denaturalize the deck.
Yeah, I also saw that Giuliano is probably bringing 2 black cards, and I think he's bringing in 2 Extract the Confessions or 2 Drowning Sorrow, because Drowning Sorrow could be good for this particular build of Boros that has a lot of Trabans, a lot of 2/2s with Glintox and Samurais, etc. The only thing that you cannot kill is Korsky Fisher, and he doesn't know, but Vincenzo also has the Guardian, and but I think that Giuliano doesn't know that Vincenzo is bringing in the Guardian. So let's see if the
What would happen? Yeah.
What would happen? Yeah. Let's see here.
Okay. Okay, we're back for game 2.
I think Vincenzo is taking a mulligan, or he's a long shuffler. I didn't see, but I think he's taking a mulligan. And Giuliano is happy with his 7 cards. Oh, no audio. You can you hear us? I think yes. Okay.
Okay. Give us a feedback if you can hear us. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, now.
Okay, let's see if now Vincenzo is happy with a hand of 6. I didn't see actually what he is sent back. Probably something with no lands, or I don't know, something.
Okay, I see a red elemental blast, but he decided that was not good
He's
enough.
going to 5. Not a great position for Vincenzo. That is already down a game, and going down to 5 is not not good in this situation, of course. And it's not even a deck that can generate how do I say, card advantage so fast. Like in decks like Deadly Disputes decks, you can recoup the card advantage that you lost with the mulligans very fast. Here you have to work a little bit for it, like you have to play...
So you need to work for your engine.
Yeah, you have to work a little bit more for your engine. So Trabans and mana rocks, not mana rocks, but cantrip rocks and Korsky Fisher and Glintox, etc. And Synthesizer, of course.
I think I saw some lands in Vincenzo's hand, so he is deciding to which card to put on the bottom of his deck.
In your opinion, which deck is the aggressor here?
Yeah, I was going to say, now it's interesting to see which one would take the role of the aggressor, because in this kind of like in Magic in general, I think there's like this thing that almost 90% of the time in a matchup there's also always an aggressor and a defender, and then probably the role switches a little bit during the game, but at the start of the game there is this thing that one is more attacking the other and that the one is defending. So in this particular matchup, I think Boros should be the aggressor, but like in this particular situation, Giuliano might recognize that with a hand of 5 cards, he can be a little bit more aggressive and start to attack Vincenzo a little bit earlier. So maybe, as you saw, Giuliano is countering very aggressively these rocks, these artifacts, because he doesn't want Vincenzo to gain back some advantage and go back to the game. So he's countering aggressive, probably also with the aim of filling his graveyard with spells and deploy his threats to end the game as fast as possible.
Yeah, Ciccio, don't worry. Sappiamo leggere, non c'è bisogno che chiedete ancora, te lo dico in italiano così capite tutti. Ragazzi, abbiamo capito, non vi preoccupate.
Okay, now let's continue with the audio commentary.
Siete tutti amici di questo fantomatico Tocchi,
Okay.
ma se non vai in stream evidentemente c'è un motivo.
Let's see. Now this is a fine turn. Now the roles that we're talking about are switching because he decided to erase his graveyard and play 2 threats, one in form of Tolerant Terror and one in form of Gurmag Angler. And now Vincenzo needs to.
Vincenzo is under a train.
Yes.
As we say in Italian, but I think maybe it's something we can say also in English.
Maybe
it
no,
work
not
only
not
in
the,
English
not that
too.
way, not that way, because Giuliano is tapped out. I saw a red elemental blast, so maybe he can tap 3 mana
Okay,
to take care of.
This
the,
is something.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, I saw a red elemental blast. I don't know if maybe I don't know if it's the right or the wrong play, obviously, but he could pay 3 mana to kill the terror while Giuliano was tapped out. I think that's more likely to be difficult to dealt that with a Gurmag Angler. I don't know if will be the right play in the end of the game, so we'll see. Now, if I'm seeing correctly, there's a Relic of Progenitus in Vincenzo's hand. Okay, with Experimental Synthesizer resolves, and the Glint Oak takes a good old counterspell.
No, you cannot.
I'm sorry, Rice, that's a problem.
We cannot fix that problem. Sorry.
You should handle alone. Bye.
Okay, Vincenzo took this window to resolve a Relic of Progenitus, but let's see if it's enough to check, to keep in check the Giuliano's graveyard.
So let's see at this question. In your opinion, the most unexpected deck that could make the top 8 and have it say in this half is still not very clear. Thank you. I mean, I don't know if I understand the question correctly, but I think that, as we said before, Blue-Black Terror is a deck that we didn't expect to do so good. So I would be shocked, not shocked, but surprised if it goes to the top 8, because it's a deck here that I was not expecting to do so well.
Yes.
So
As a terrible matchup with the black-green gardens, and we say the room is plenty, even in day 2. So Vincenzo resolves Guardian of the Guild.
this Guardian is very good right
Yes.
now, because it can block and prevent the life gain for Giuliano. Yes, there will be 12 rounds of Swiss, and after that there will be the cut for top 8, and we will see the top 8. Like, I don't know, we hope so. Most probably, yes.
Oh, Kali Kites, hello.
How can I carry guides?
Okay, now let's see how Giuliano responds to this
As I was saying
situation.
before, Guardian of the Guild Pact is on defense duty. Understandable. I think that is the role of the card in the matchup, and especially in this situation where Giuliano has a life linker that can keep him alive more. So Vincenzo recognizes this thing and uses Guardian as his blocker.
Okay. Now it's very interesting because the relic keep the Giuliano Tambone graveyards in check for now. If Giuliano can find some fast mill cards, like a mental note, he can fill it pretty quick and then force Vincenzo to crack the relic, and then Giuliano will be able to unlock the graveyard. But now let's see. In the end of Vincenzo's turn, he doesn't do anything, so he proceeded to make a land drop and pass. So he crack a clue.
Yes, sorry, Futanatic. I saw your question before, but I forgot to answer. But no, Vincenzo is not playing demand answers. It's more like a traditional build of Boros synthesizer. The only thing that is quite, little different is Relic of Progenitus main deck, but it's something that other players have tried, so not even so unusual. But the rest is quite a stock list, like a normal list with nothing fancy or nothing incredibly strange.
Okay, this Glintok is doing his work to chipping down some damage. Giuliano returned to 20 life points because this Tolarian Terror gains 12 life before. So let's see. Mental note. Okay.
Yeah, Vincenzo was on a multi 5, so a very good piloting to reach this situation.
Okay, in response to the brainstorm, he activated the relic. So it's a relic, and now let's see if he can find something good in this brainstorm. Let's see if he has find another mental note.
Yes,
Okay, now it's the time that.
It's a mental note, or it's the same thing, but it's a foot scour, I think. But yeah.
Oh yes, I think it's
Same
also-
thing.
Okay. Now I think Vincenzo is thinking about exiling the relic in response to this thought scour. Yes, and he does it. So
Yeah, because otherwise the Thought Scour would have resolved, leaving Giuliano with 6 cards in the graveyard, and he would have priority to cast maybe a Gurma Gangler or a Tolarian Terror, and Vincenzo doesn't want to
permit.
to permit that. I mean, he could have cast it with mana and delve, but he prefers to tax a little bit this casting cost.
Okay. Now Vincenzo is doing a really good job at putting blockers on the ground.
Yeah.
But he needs, I think he needs to find some other flyers attackers.
More heavy spell.
Okay, another relic. Let's see if there's a counter by Giuliano.
He can actually trade with the serpent if it attacks.
Okay.
Of course, he can be blown out by like some removals, but I'm not think he will block with everything.
I think he's trying to find some answers, but the relic resolves another synthesizer that flips a red elemental blast. Okay. No, sotto ah, sì, giù. Sì. Okay. Red Elemental Blast on Tolarian Terror.
Paying 1 for Red Elemental Blast and then paying 2 for the ward, maybe?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Decided to obviously exiling everything. And as we saying before, you can probably have a good chum block on that.
Yeah, right now I like the position of Vincenzo a lot more.
Yes, because with the 2 relics he exiled some key cards. We see another crawl from the cellar, and we didn't see very much action by Giuliano. But let's see some removal finally, and cast down and take care of the Glint Soak that was chipping away damage point from.
Right now
Giuliano.
Vincenzo can wait a little bit because Giuliano is a little bit stuck with his graveyard, but he has a lot of mana, so he can actually pay for the entire costs of his creatures. And now I think Vincenzo is with.
Okay, now.
Okay, now he's like unleashing everything with
Yes.
a lot of cores and artifacts and such.
The engine is online.
Yeah. I see a land on top, I think, right now.
Un saluto a zio Pauperone, ti voglio bene, niente, basta, finisco di parlare in italiano. And yes, let's see a little bit of display of the classic style of play by board synthesizer, synth, play synth, cast synth, play synth. And Galvanic Blast to the face.
Going straight upstairs.
4 damage.
Yeah, right now Vincenzo is presenting a lot of attackers for threatening Giuliano's life total. So if he can keep some blockers for this Tolarian Terror...
I think that he already made the land drop.
I think yes.
That
is just exiled, yes.
Yes, it was exiled. Nice. Yes, it's a very big bird, and but
And it's playing really fast. So.
Yes.
What is mental note? Okay.
Okay. Then a Gurmag Angler for
For 4 mana.
4 mana.
Why not?
Not a good rate.
I would fear Arms of Adar. Yes. That could be bad. Like could kill all the board except for the Guardian and the core.
We see something similar like that.
But we see something similar, yeah. Ouch. That is actually...
That's bad.
That's bad.
6
But
for 1.
not so critical
Yes.
for now. I mean, he still has the Guardian that can block the Tolarian Terror with lifelink. So...
And he has a Korsky Fisher that can chip in for some damage.
Yeah, but he's also at 10 life, so...
That's
The race is
Can't
now on.
expose itself so much.
Let's see if he has maybe a double removal spell for the Gurmag or something like that.
Yeah, when Boros can, Marco, when Boros can do something like that, he has mana and he can continue to replay the synth. The value engine is crazy, as we see in this turn. He went from 0 to hero with his board, and the cards are still flowing. Now the synth, I think is a bolt. I think. Okay, it's going
upstairs.
Faces the place, as they say. With 2 mana, he plays another card and reveal.
Another synthesizer, I think. Yes.
He's gonna play it for good measure. I think he's thinking what land drop to make. Okay, he decided to make the Great Furnace one to level 1 untap the mana. I don't know if he has something he can play. I see 2 lands in Vincenzo's hand. Ketlot's Cower, middle 2 very key card right now, like Tolarian Terror and Lorien Revealed. Another Drowning Sorrow, nice one. So we see 2 turns that are one the copy of the other, but in this case we have two Korsky Fisher. So let's see how we proceed. Okay.
Vincenzo pondering when to activate its relic.
Okay. Giuliano conveniently exile a terror and keep 4 instants or sorceries in his deck. It's gonna block the 0/1 Guardian. It's gonna block the Tolarian Terror.
And Vincenzo goes down to 5, so it's not so trivial, the quest, like the situation.
Lorenzo gives -2/-2 to all creatures.
Yeah, because
right?
Gurmag is now a 3/3, so it doesn't does only 3 damage. Correct, and players recognizes that.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay. Yeah, exile the 3rd relic.
Another bolt. Interesting.
Okay. Let's start, as always, with a good synthesizer.
Life Leak doesn't work because the Guardian of the Guild Pact has protection from monocolors, so the Tolerant Terror doesn't actually damages the Guardian, so
All
Life Link
damage
does
is
not work.
prevented, yeah.
Is prevented. So that is the main reason to use the Guardian in this defensive duty.
Okay, he cracks a synthesizer and
He's
see
looking
another
for-
land,
for
an Ancient Den.
bolt.
Okay, he's swinging for 4 in the air.
Does he have a Galvat Blast? No, he just have a Bolt. He doesn't have any lamb. Because he has a Samurai, so
Yes.
he has a blocker.
Okay, he creates another
Another
samurai. Let's see
samurai.
what we find on
And
the
a
top of the
Lembas,
deck.
that it's other life, so...
Yes, very good Lembas here.
He's desperately trying to find some burn spell, I think.
Okay, he find a nice...
Not desperately, but...
A nice gain land, by the way. Okay, let's see now. He has some pretty chum blockers in form of Samurai Token, and he can actively block the Tolerant Terror with the Guardian. Let's see if if Giuliano find another unexpected Fangs. Okay, he's now thinking how to block the...
If blocking or how to block. I think you should block, and then if there's something like an unexpected Fangs, you can bolt your own creature. Yeah.
Such
Okay.
a nice game for a multi-5, yeah, right?
Yes. Remember the...
I would have blocked with the bolt in hand, but Vincenzo prefers to keep creatures on the board, maybe to threat lethal on the next turn. Maybe he counted better than me, I don't know.
Okay, he now has 10 power on board. No, sorry. Oh yes, 10 power because he has 2 core, 2 samurai, and a guardian,
And a bolt in hand.
and a bolt in hand. So right now it's
So Vincenzo counted better than me, that's official.
it's 13 right away. Let's see.
This bolt has to resolve.
Yes, that's the main point of the...
Let's see if he's firing it off like right now, but Giuliano could also have a removal spell.
Okay, Lembas
So-
can find some real good. Yes, he
That's
doesn't
not so
strike.
trivial either.
I think there was a galvanic blast, but I don't
That,
know.
Simpli- counting
that
the
simplifies the
card
counts a little bit.
But I don't know if it was really a galvanic blast or a glare. Okay,
He's attacking.
he's thinking. Okay, no.
Gal Blast to the face. Let's see if Giuliano has some responses.
Okay, for damage, then. Okay. Okay. And bolt.
Bolt to the face.
For good measure. Okay.
He goes to 6 and
Yes.
he can attack with
Okay.
like
it's-
everything.
Yes.
Like not everything, but maybe the Guardian no, but the 2 samurais that has vigilance and the 2 flyers.
Free attack.
Oh, he attacks with everything.
Okay, nice. Nice. So,
Guarda
we
il
had the.
tempo, non 9 minuti.
We had a game 3 to play. We saw a very good game because Vincenzo went
Yeah, Vincenzo was on a multi 5, so in the beginning I was a little bit scared that he would not stand any chance against a fast hand from Terror, but he piloted very well and the situation and everything to reach a situation in he could stabilize the board and have a Guardian to protect him, and then with a little bit of like crazy turns, he set up some very nice board state to win in the
Yes,
end.
the key turn was turn 4. Giuliano decided to tap out to play 1 Tolerant Terror and to exile all his graveyard to play a Gurmag Angler. Betting to the fact that with the mulligan, Vincenzo doesn't have a removal or some piece of interaction that Vincenzo in reality had in the form of Journey to Nowhere. He doesn't see it in game 1, so maybe he was thinking that he was not playing it. So let's see now in game 3 with
2 minuti in più di tempo.
with Giuliano that is gonna start, and let's see if he can find a winning way or Vincenzo can
Guys,
come
let's
back.
talk about this Bojuka pack. Did someone pick the god back?
Not yet.
Not yet, really? So it's still here?
I think it's so. Ok.
Sento energia per venire da qua.
Let's see. Now Giuliano will be on the play. Let's see if he wants to play for the draw or try to push for the win, like being on the play and maybe playing more aggressively and force Vincenzo to have all the answers. Let's see.
He fear 16 damage from Galvanic Blast. Yeah, it's a possibility.
But both of these decks can put up some very aggressive starts and like these nut draws that can close the game very fast. So both the players should be scared of like a fast start from the opponent.
Yeah, a Gurma Gangler or a Tolarian Terror on turn 3 is really dangerous.
Yeah.
But
He can fast mill himself with like two mill spells, two Thought Scours and Mental Notes, and put creatures on the board very fast, and puts a lot of pressure on the Boros players, because as we saw, he doesn't have like unlimited ways to deal with the creatures. The creatures are 5/5s, like out of the range of burn spells, so you have to spend maybe 2 burn spells or a Journey to Nowhere that is not. He only has 2 copies, so
he highly depends on the starting hand from of Boros, of course. It permits to assume a game plan like the old modern burn.
Yeah.
So make some damage with the creatures and
turn 1
and-
relic
and
can put a stop to a fast.
this is slow a lot.
Yeah.
The game plan of the Demon Terror.
Yeah.
Do we have access to the list, or only when they have? Of course, only when the event ends. It's not an event with the public list, so we cannot publish until the event is still going. A lot of talking, a lot of elucubration. Turn 1 rally. Let's go. Okay. The command is turni.
Standing is only for MTG alternate.
100%.
Ma il bello è che MTG bot risponde da solo, noi non ce l'abbiamo.
Okay, see. Novice Inspector, the new Traben. Giuliano fires off a Brainstorm, and let's see what he finds. But this relic is doing a nice job keeping him away from a critical mass of cards in the graveyard, both normal cards and instant and sorcery for Tolarian Terror. Vinci's at 21 with the land, yes. We will fix it in a moment. He mills an annul, so as we said before, annul is a card that Giuliano bring in the matchup.
Okay, now let's.
But
They're waiting for a
yeah.
judge call.
They're waiting for a judge call for the loss, the life of Windscarred Crag.
Okay.
Vincenzo Vinci is the nemesis of Tommaso Loss. Yes. This is a pun that only Italians can understand, because Vinci surnames means wins or win, and Tommaso Loss, of course, as a surname that reminds of the word loss. So yes, they are arch enemies. I don't know. I don't even know if they know each other, but it could be a funny story. I dream of a final of the Paupergeddon, Vincenzo Vinci against Tommaso Loss, and Loss would lose to confirm his eternal second place.
Okay. Now let's see how this game proceeds.
So the situation was fixed. I
Yes,
think
yes.
it was pretty simple. Just
Yes,
add one life.
Just one life. Now he's searching for his fourth land drop. And he decided.
Cracks the relic.
Yes, nice. Nice
Yeah,
timing.
Vincenzo is not sticking to this relic more than he needs because first of all he has 4 in his deck. Is his deck now, but he recognizes that you don't have to keep the relic on the board forever. Like if you see that Giuliano pulls the trigger on a mental note or something like that, you have to stop it before it's too late. So he pops the relics quite aggressively in order to keep Giuliano away from having some sort of cards in the graveyard. So I like the way he's playing it.
Okay. Well, we'll talk. Okay. Okay, there are 3 additional minutes, so it's not the time is not ended.
Yeah, we have 3 additional minutes for a couple of judge calls we received, I think.
Quanti?
3.
Timer.
Okay. Okay, I don't know. Maybe if Vincenzo can chain some burn spell and
Yeah,
some...
he has to chain some creatures in the next few turns before the time runs out, and then he has to like draw a lot of burn spells. But I don't know if the case that
Yes.
there's also a cast down.
Yes, that was a sign of. I think this game will be drawed.
Yeah, Vincenzo has 2 elemental blasts that he will promptly use to resolve this Murmuring Mystic. That is one of the few cards that can resolve this game fast, because an unchecked Mystic can close the game pretty fast. So Vincenzo doesn't think very much to counter it, so yeah.
Okay. So Glintlock, returning a Lembas to the hand, and 2 mana. I think a Sky Fisher. No, 3 mana. No.
He's
Okay,
using the red mana to
Yes.
use.
Scry bottom with the Lembas.
He has
and,
a white
with
mana in the pool, and
Yes,
he uses it for...
Novice Inspector. Yes, having 8 copies of Inspector is
Yeah, it's a great card in my opinion.
it's
Like,
something that you can always play on turn 1, turn 2 on curve.
it's a very efficient creature, a creature that can help you keep the cards in your hand. A very nice addition for the format and for the decks.
Okay, we see a Drowning Sorrow. I think now Giuliano is Giuliano's goal is bring this game to the additional time. Okay.
Yeah, the fact is that Giuliano, even with a few turns, like if he has like 1 turn and the additional turns after, he can deploy like 3 creatures together and win from there. But he first needs to stop Vincenzo to build his board, because his board is slower to kill. Yeah.
And
So-
he has 2 Lembas on the table, so he can gain 6 life and basically fog.
Yeah, he's now interacting with the board of Vincenzo, using spells and countering whatever he can, using a mental note and such, and then you can maybe like deploy 2 or 3 beasts and close the game in 2 or 3 turns. So I think that is the plan. He milled different creatures. He has a Gurmag and a Mystic in the graveyard, so let's see if he has enough spells to play his threats. He was counting spells, so I think that he has at least 1 Tolarian Terror in hand. If I read the situation correctly, but maybe he's just preemptively reading, like counting the cards.
Hanno finito il test.
They finished the time, yeah. Dispel.
Nice dispel.
Coming in a clutch. But I don't think there is enough time now.
Okay. Now
We are on turn 1.
okay.
A journey.
4 mana journey.
Yeah. I think this game will result in a draw. Most likely. only a lonely Traben on the battlefield, alongside some rocks.
Yeah, he has some damage in hand, but I don't think that will be enough. I will see. Okay.
Yeah, most likely not, but we will see.
For what I think now. Yes, let's see what he can find with this.
Yeah, I think he's trying to optimize his board, like putting creatures on the board right now.
Ooh,
Does he have a land? No.
tap land, unfortunately for Vincenzo.
Time is over. We are at additional turns. Like
Yes.
This is the second additional turn.
I think there will be a draw go. Oh no, just terror. Third turn, and I think there will be a draw. Let's see. Yes.
Vincenzo still has 2 attacks, but not sure if that is enough.
Yeah, 16 is a very. It's a high life total. We see Vincenzo. He has some burn with the bolt from the previous turn. If you can resolve the bolt, maybe. Now you need to dig to find some answer. Just some damage in the face. Let's crack this experimental synthesizer. Let's see what's there's on top of a Core Sky Fisher, and yes,
Is that counterspell? Yeah.
Yeah.
Deck lists are not available yet because the players are still playing, but they will be published on the internet as pretty soon when the event is ended.
Okay, I see some copy of Galvanic Blast. Now it's the 4th additional turn. Let's see what draws. What Giuliano draws. He attack. I don't know if it's a correct attack. Maybe it's.
Maybe he has.
Yes, he was worried about unexpected fangs.
But yeah, I would not have blocked. I'm at 22.
Yes, but if Giuliano plays unexpected fangs,
you can bolt your.
Yeah, you can bolt your creature.
Yeah.
But exactly. Thank you, Cavendish, to explain correctly.
Yeah.
And this is the last additional turn. Let's see. Okay, we have 4 damage. Oh, nice! This Agony Warp is basically a fog.
Yeah, we get excited for an Agony Warp at the 5th turn. 5th additional turn, yes.
Okay. Okay, Synth. Guardian. Too late. Too late to the party.
Too late to the party.
And yes, let's crack. Let's see everything we could. What is the card?
Vincenzo playing his card to get a little bit more of screen time. I get it.
And,
but yes, the game is over.
2 Galvanic Blasts.
Only two Galvanic Blasts. And a Dispel, so
okay,
yeah.
Very good match. Very tight play by both of them. And we'll be seeing you.
Yeah, both of these players now advance to 8 wins, 1 loss and 1 draw. They're still, of course, in top 8 contention. So we'll see if they can get, they can improve their results even more. Now, let's go to the other stage. Yes. Here we are. Now we will go to what?
Okay. No. Okay, we're back. It was a draw. It was a tie, and now let's see what we. It was an exciting game, by the way.
Yeah.
It was a very.
It was very good second game because Vincenzo was able to win on a multi 5. That's not something that you don't see every day, so that's a good thing. And on a bad matchup in my opinion, because Boros is a little bit.
Yes, this
unfavored.
Build of Boros is not that favored.
Yeah.
But nice. Nice. Then we have a little bit of pause, and then we'll see you for round 11 of.
No, they drew. Boros did not win. There was a wall combo on table 1. I don't know his name. but we will see if there is an interesting matchup maybe in the next round, and we will bring that.
Okay, we'll see you again, guys. We'll wait for you. I'm Gabriele from BojukaPod.
And I'm Lorenzo from BojukaPod. We'll
Okay.
see later.
We'll see you later.
Stay
for
with
round,
us.
for round 11.